Mia sat on her porch, a gentle smile playing on her lips. The porch was adorned with vibrant flowers, their colors popping against the wooden backdrop. She loved spending her afternoons here, surrounded by the beauty of nature. It was a warm afternoon, the kind that made you want to bask in the sun's golden rays. The sky was a brilliant blue, with only a few fluffy clouds drifting lazily by. The warmth of the sun was comforting, like a gentle hug from an old friend. The sun felt good on her skin, warming her from the outside in. She could feel the gentle caress of the sun's rays, making her feel alive and invigorated. It was as if the sun was sharing its energy with her, filling her with a sense of peace and contentment. Birds sang sweet songs in the trees, their melodies blending harmoniously with the rustling of the leaves. The sound was soothing, a natural symphony that made Mia feel connected to the world around her. She loved listening to the birds, their songs a reminder of the simple joys in life.
Mia swung her legs back and forth, her feet barely brushing the ground. It was a playful motion, one that made her feel like a child again. She loved the feeling of freedom it gave her, the sense of being unburdened by the worries of the world. She hummed a little tune, a melody that had been stuck in her head all day. It was a happy tune, one that matched the brightness of the afternoon. Humming made her feel even more connected to the moment, as if she were a part of the day's beauty. It was a perfect day for an adventure, the kind of day that made you want to explore, to see what wonders the world had to offer. Mia felt a sense of excitement bubbling up inside her, a desire to go out and make the most of the beautiful day. Mia closed her eyes and took a deep breath, savoring the fresh air. The scent of flowers and freshly cut grass filled her lungs, making her feel even more at peace. It was a moment of pure contentment, one that she wished could last forever. The air smelled like freshly cut grass and honeysuckle, a sweet and earthy aroma that made her feel grounded. She loved the smell of honeysuckle, its fragrance a reminder of summer days spent playing outside. The scent brought back happy memories, making her smile even wider. What would she do first? The possibilities were endless. She could go for a walk in the woods, explore the nearby meadow, or even have a picnic by the river. The thought of all the adventures she could have filled her with excitement. Today was a day to be cherished, a day to create new memories. A tiny sound caught Mia's ear. It was so faint that she almost missed it, but something about the delicate noise made her pause. She tilted her head slightly, trying to catch the sound again. It was a soft meow, the kind of sound that tugs at your heartstrings and makes you want to find its source immediately.
Mia opened her eyes and looked around. Her curiosity was piqued, and she couldn't ignore the gentle plea for attention that the meow carried.
She listened closely. The world around her seemed to fade away as she focused on the tiny sound. It was almost as if the meow was calling out to her specifically. The sound came from under a rose bush. The vibrant flowers swayed gently in the breeze, but Mia's attention was fixed on the base of the bush. Mia slowly walked towards the bush. Each step was careful and deliberate, as if she was afraid of scaring away whatever was making the sound. Her heart beat faster with every step. The anticipation was almost too much to bear, and she could feel her pulse quickening in her chest. Bending down, Mia gently pushed aside the leaves. She was careful not to disturb the delicate branches too much, not wanting to frighten the tiny creature. There, curled up in a ball, was a tiny kitten. Its fur was so fluffy that it looked like a little cloud nestled among the leaves. It was the smallest, fluffiest kitten she had ever seen. Its big blue eyes looked up at her with a mix of curiosity and innocence, and Mia felt her heart melt instantly. Mia reached out her hand slowly, not wanting to startle the kitten. She spoke softly, her voice barely above a whisper. "Hey there, little one. It's okay. I'm here to help you." The kitten sniffed her hand cautiously, its tiny nose twitching as it took in her scent. After a moment, it seemed to relax slightly, sensing that Mia meant no harm. Gently, Mia scooped up the kitten and cradled it in her arms. The kitten let out a soft purr, nestling closer to her warmth. Mia smiled, feeling a sense of joy and responsibility wash over her. With the kitten safely in her arms, Mia stood up and began to walk back home. She knew she had to take care of this little one, and she was determined to give it the love and care it needed. As she entered her house, Mia felt a sense of excitement. She couldn't wait to introduce the kitten to its new home and make it feel safe and loved. She quickly set up a cozy bed for the kitten using soft blankets and a small pillow. The kitten seemed to appreciate the effort, curling up in the bed and purring contentedly. Mia watched the kitten with a smile, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. She knew that finding the Tiny Meow had changed her life in a small but significant way. From that day on, Mia and the kitten were inseparable. The Tiny Meow that had caught her ear had led to a beautiful friendship, one that filled her days with joy and love. The kitten was all alone. It looked scared and lost. Mia didn't want to frighten it.
Mia reached out a hand. She let the kitten sniff her fingers. Its fur was soft as silk. "It's okay, little one. I won't hurt you."
The kitten looked up at Mia with big blue eyes. It seemed to understand her gentle tone. Mia carefully picked up the kitten. It was so light, like a feather. She cradled it in her arms.
Mia took the kitten inside. She gave it a small bowl of milk. The kitten lapped it up eagerly.
Mia made a cozy bed for the kitten in a basket. It curled up and fell fast asleep. Mia knew she had to find its owner.
Where did you come from, little one? You seem so lost and confused. I wonder if someone is out there looking for you right now.
Mia looked at the kitten. It wore a little blue collar, but there was no name tag. The collar was pristine, suggesting it was recently put on. Mia's curiosity grew as she gently petted the kitten, trying to piece together the mystery of its origin.
This collar looks new and well kept, but there's no tag attached. I wonder who you belong to. Maybe someone just got you and you wandered off. Or perhaps you slipped out of your home unnoticed.
Mia asked her mom if anyone in the neighborhood had lost a kitten. She hoped her mom might have heard something from the neighbors or seen a missing pet poster.
Mom, do you know if anyone around here is missing a kitten? I found this little one outside and it seems like it has a home somewhere nearby.
Mom promised to ask around. She knew how much Mia cared about animals and wanted to help reunite the kitten with its owner. She suggested they start by checking with the closest neighbors.
Thanks, Mom. I'll go and ask the neighbors too. Maybe someone has seen this kitten before or knows where it might have come from.
Mia went door to door showing people a picture of the kitten on her phone, but no one recognized it. She felt a mix of determination and frustration as she continued her search, hoping for a breakthrough.
Excuse me, have you seen this kitten before? No? Okay, thank you. Each time she asked, her hope dimmed a little, but she refused to give up.
Despite her efforts, it seemed like no one knew where the kitten came from. Mia decided to expand her search. She thought about making posters and putting them up around the neighborhood. She also considered posting on social media, hoping someone might recognize the kitten online. Mia spent the next few hours creating colorful posters with the kitten's picture and her contact information. She carefully placed them on lampposts, community boards, and even handed some out to people she met on the street. She also took to social media, posting in local groups and pet forums. "Found kitten. Does anyone recognize this little one?" she typed, attaching the cutest photo she had taken. She checked her phone frequently, hoping for a response. As the hours passed, Mia grew more anxious. She played with the kitten to keep her mind off the waiting. The kitten seemed happy and playful, unaware of the search for its home. Just as Mia was starting to lose hope, her phone rang. It was a neighbor from a few blocks away. "I think I might know where that kitten belongs," the voice on the other end said. Mia's heart leapt with relief. She quickly jotted down the address and thanked the caller profusely. She couldn't wait to reunite the kitten with its owner. With the kitten in her arms, Mia walked to the address she had been given. She hoped this would be the end of the kitten's adventure and the beginning of a happy reunion. When she arrived, she knocked on the door, her heart pounding with anticipation. A woman opened the door, her eyes lighting up as she saw the kitten. "Oh, thank you so much," the woman exclaimed, hugging the kitten tightly. "We've been looking everywhere for her. She must have slipped out when we weren't looking." Mia felt a wave of happiness wash over her. She had done it. The kitten was back where it belonged. The woman thanked her again and again, and Mia felt a sense of accomplishment and joy. As Mia walked home, she felt content. She had helped reunite a lost pet with its owner, and that made all the effort worth it. She knew she would always be ready to help any animal in need.
Mia decided to make posters. She drew a picture of the kitten with its big blue eyes.
"Lost Kitten," she wrote in big letters. She added her phone number at the bottom.
Mia put up posters all over the neighborhood. She hoped someone would recognize the kitten.
2 days later, the phone rang. It was a lady with a worried voice.
I think that might be my kitten, Whiskers. He's been missing for days.
Mia's heart skipped a beat. Could it really be Whiskers? The lady described Whiskers' blue collar. It matched perfectly. Mia gave her address, her heart both happy and heavy. Soon a car pulled up. The lady from the phone rushed out. Her eyes were filled with tears.
Whiskers!
The kitten meowed and purred, rubbing against her cheek. Mia felt a lump in her throat. She was happy Whiskers was going home, but she would miss him terribly. The lady hugged Mia tightly.
Thank you for taking such good care of my Whiskers.
He's a special kitten.
From that day on, Mia and the lady, Miss Robinson, became good friends. Mia visited Whiskers often. She had helped reunite a lost kitten with its owner, and she had made a new friend. It was a perfect ending to her adventure.